Chop it up.
What is going on, guys? It's Adam, and today's show is going to be absolutely nuts. All over the place. We'll be right back. What is going on, guys? It's Adam, a.k.a. Marf. Today, we're going to be talking about Chop. We're also going to be talking about T-Man. We're also going to be talking about NK and a lot of the things that are going down right as we speak. So we'll be right back right after this. Remember, nothing in this show should be considered legal, medical, or financial advice. The views of the callers can differ considerably and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of myself, Dex, or anyone with the show. You should always do your own research and consult with professionals. The internet is full of fake news, so please take everything with a grain of salt.
Chop it up.
All right. What is going on, guys? My name is Adam, a.k.a. Marf, and this is Marfoogle News. If you've never been here before, this is a live call-in show. The number is 224-400-MARF. We're going to be talking about all of the most current news, including what is happening in my city, Seattle, with the current CHOP zone, as they call it. It was Chaz, now it's CHOP. It's gone under surgery, and now it is changed to CHOP. And then we're also going to be talking about what is actually going to be happening. Some say it was already dismantled. I believe that that is not true. Now, after talking to some of the folks down there, I might actually be going down there to see if I can catch this happening. A lot of people will say don't, just because it might get crazy. I think it's not going to be as crazy as people think. There was, of course, a third event in that little 3-block area. There was, of course, a third Bang Bang event down there, and that is going to drive it to happen a lot faster. So we'll talk about that. If you've never been here, you can actually go to our website. You can actually follow along all of the articles that we have here today. We actually put on our website so you can actually access them yourself. In fact, when you go to marfooglenews.com, you'll see that we not only take the time to add every single article, every single tweet, every single video that we show you here today, we give it to you archived so you can look through the entire thing and say, well, this is from that source, or this is from this, so I don't believe it, or I do believe it, whatever you want to go to. You'll see it's organized by thumbnail, so when you go to the main site, you'll see all of the recent shows, which you can, of course, go and watch a bunch of them. And then you'll click on today's It Won't Be Televised. And, of course, that was referencing to the revolution won't be televised, but I don't think that that would actually work on the tube. So, again, down here, you'll see every single article, and, man, there is crazy stuff. 7.4 earthquake, weird radio signals, panicked after a giant cloud in another country. And then down at the bottom, there will actually be caller info. So anyone who calls today, if they have pictures of their own or videos of their own, it will actually be shared there. Dex, my co-host, which I'm about to bring in, he is the man who makes all of the web and tech stuff happen. He, of course, updates this as we are live. It is actually 2:53 p.m. Pacific. That means it's about 5:53 Eastern. So, again, this is live. Anything can happen. Dex, are you there, and can we do a sound check?
Hello, Adam. I am here, and hello, Foogle fam.
So, just to remind you guys, if you guys see anything that you like, any of the products, you can help support the show. On the right side, all of them are listed. Okay, so to get through some of this right away, obviously Seattle's occupied zone is the site of another Bang Bang incident. We, of course, say that because we're fighting the algorithm gods, not human people. It says this latest incident comes less than 48 hours after another Bang Bang left a 17-year-old injured, and 72 hours after a Bang Bang left a 19-year-old dead and another person injured. So this is all happening in my city in Seattle, and as you guys probably know, it's made national headlines and world headlines because they have essentially taken it over. And I know that there are a couple people that literally don't know what Chaz or Chop are. And again, if you've been living under a rock, what they did is they took over originally a 6 block piece of land, and they said it was a sovereign zone. Then the organizers said, no, it's not a sovereign city. We're actually taking that back. Now it's an occupied protest area. And then it was reduced to 3 blocks. They actually, I believe, came to some sort of deal with the mayor. They're like this, or at least they were for a minute, where they actually, instead of having the temporary dividers up, the mayor switched them out for concrete ones. So just to kind of put it in stone, literally, what they were doing there. So there has been a huge debate. There's been people arguing left and right. Is it a Summer of Love street festival, or is it absolute chaos? I think that everybody can tell right now that it's a bit of both. Basically, it's an area with a lot of bars in it, too, that to add to the fuel. We did not have any kind of bars open in Seattle or Washington for a while there. And then once they opened up, it seems like everybody who's not working is most likely going out and actually doing things that they were not allowed to do. When you tell people they can't do something, they usually do it 10 times over. And especially with the whole bar scene, people that normally went all the time and then it closed down, obviously they all missed it. So then they all got out, they went out, and they got hammered. I saw so many hammered people just the one day that I was at the Chaz/Chop. When I went down, I was accosted at least once just because I had a nicer looking camera. If I had a cell phone, I bet I probably wouldn't have been. But since I had a nicer camera, I was asked who I was with, who I'm taking photos for, this and that. It was not a great feeling, especially when you do, carry a camera that, you've actually spent a good amount of money on a good camera. You're worried about that being stolen or whatever else. I went in there not knowing what it was going to be like. And again, it was like a street fair the day that I went. There was an actual stage right in front of the corner of the police station where they were going to be playing a show. And then there was a U-Haul, there was a food truck, there was other stuff there, and everybody's kind of sitting there. Then they ended up doing one of the speeches. Everybody started doing the protest chants, and it was all friendly. It wasn't until I was about to leave where I took a picture of the wrong thing. It was people loading water and food into a business that looked like it was complacent or with the group, and it almost looked like a headquarters, which was a cinema down there. And once I took a picture of that, which I thought it was interesting, there was literally a homeless man turned on his side, awake, going, "Oh, sorry," and letting them do these wagons of food and water in, and literally not even moving, not standing up and getting out of the way, but just leaning on his side and going, "Yeah, good job, guys." And this was literally 2 hours after a viral tweet that said, "We're out of food. We invited all the homeless in the city, but they ended up eating all of our food." So I was watching as they were bringing in the reinforcements, and it was irony. It was the homeless gentleman was literally not even moving, just going on his side so they could bring the food and water reinforcements into this building. Right when I took it, 3 people snapped their heads and immediately zeroed in on me. Not only that, they go, "Oh, who are you with? Who are you taking photos for?" Oh, and I said, "I'm with me. I'm just me. I'm taking photos for me." And they're like, "Oh, do you publish them somewhere? Do you have a website? Can we get that?" Literally held their phone like this. "Oh, okay, let me type it up. Let me look it up right now." Looking at me sideways like a cop, and I'm thinking, it said at the door to leave the cop in your heart right at the fence there. But yet you are acting like an official of some sort trying to question me or grill me. Either way, they were nice enough after I said, "Well, I don't really feel comfortable with that. I don't know you. I don't just give out my personal information to somebody who just asks because I'm holding a camera." And he goes, "Okay, fine." The other 2 people are sitting there like asking questions, and I'm like, "I'm just me." And then I showed my camera. I said, "I got some great shots of the gentleman speaking, blah, blah, blah. Great shots. I'm just here, getting history." So anyways, that was the feeling I got when I was there. And then other people have had the same thing. If I had a huge mic and, say, a news team with me, I probably would have been heckled right out of there, especially if I said I was with Fox or somebody else, which I wasn't. I was an independent journalist, and I got grilled. And I didn't have any, press badges or anything like that. I just had a Canon camera and a nicer lens. So, kind of freaky. Either way, now it's hitting the fan, and there's obviously been 3 criminal events there, and now they're saying that they're going to go in. It doesn't look like they've done it yet. I don't know. Again, Twitter has been keeping people updated. Again, they can't really stop people posting pictures on there. They've been stopping a lot of videos out of the place, which I've noticed, even on both sides, which I thought was weird. So lots of stuff. So again, this is a huge deal. We're going to cover this, and I'm going to be continuing to cover this. Obviously, you were surprised, Dex, to see that they were actually having another event just in a short span of like 3 or 4 days. You have three Bang Bang events.
Yeah, I was surprised about that. Matter of fact, I was even more surprised when you said it was the third. I thought it was the second, but yeah, they've had three events now. So yeah, that's a big deal. But it's not, it's surprising in the sense that it's gone on this long, and it's up to 3 now, and they haven't done anything about it. That's probably the biggest surprise. But it's not a surprise to me to think that if you create an autonomous zone and say there's no law allowed here, that you're going to not have that type of activity go on.
Well, and there's just a lot of stuff going on there. And apparently, again, Andy No, I don't know, was he actually in there? Did he travel to go into the thing? I know that Andy No posts a lot of stuff on this kind of stuff on Twitter. He was famous, actually, for a while there because he got beat up at a protest really, really bad by the big A symbol. And then after that, he was in the hospital and he made national news. He was on Fox all over the place, and he's got a huge Twitter following. But he apparently says that Seattle will move to end the police-free zone known as the Capitol Hill Organized Protest. So with that being said, a lot of things going on all at once. We're going to get into some crazier stuff here too. And first off, if you guys want to help the show and protect yourself, look at what is going on around us. This is real deal, Holyfield. I've been trying to talk to people outside of the show as well. Obviously, look at what is happening with China. Look at what is happening with Cheddar. All I'm saying is we have picked our products that we actually represent on purpose. We've picked them for a purpose. EMP Shield can actually block against all 3 phases of an EMP, E1, E2, and E3, and this can actually work on several different devices. It can be put on your car, on your ham radio, on your house, on your boat, on your motorcycle. If something like this happens, and look at all the weird stuff. We've got electrical storms. We've got all sorts of weird activity. We've got 7.4 earthquakes happening in all different kinds of places. We've got a ton of stuff happening all at once. Fish jumping out of the water all around China. Something is weird going on. Either way, again, with that, DOD, DHS, and now the DEMSO team, official Texas DEMSO team protecting Texas's grid, are all using EMP Shield. So again, you can go to marfooglenews.com/EMP Shield if you want to support the show. Otherwise, go around us. Literally, go to a different creator that has them. Doesn't matter what you need to do. If you have something to be protected, go to EMP Shield. It's American made. Okay, on the other part of this, Steve Bing, philanthropist and film producer, dies after fall from building. Now, I'm sure the Q crowd is all over this. There's been a lot of weird stuff going on behind the scenes. Of course, now Hollywood has all of this weird stuff happening today. Just today, you've got the hashtag cancel Kimmel, because now a bunch of photos, which weren't really secret, of Kimmel dressed up as different races on his show. I forget which show that was. I don't know if that was the Man Show where he dressed up as Karl Malone and others. But that has been trending all day on Twitter. Basically, he was doing blackface, and people found out about it. I remember the show, and I've been saying for a while, first of all, Kimmel basically says whatever's on the teleprompter, but like with attitude. Same with like Trevor Noah and all of these people. I don't even believe that's the way they are. It's just in Hollywood, you can't be any other way. On Kimmel's end, though, like he's just straight up like insulting. All of these celebrities are insulting to anybody who doesn't see the same way as they do. That's how I feel. That's just my opinion. As far as him, that is actually getting him the cancel culture. So it's just funny. He's usually the one pushing for these things. Just a few months ago, he pushed for somebody else to be kind of have the cancel culture done to them. I even thought it was funny that Sarah Silverman said something about it when she just had her issue with that, the exact same thing. Jimmy Kimmel and all of these other people, there's lots of stuff going on behind the scenes. Now, some would say that they are afraid of something that is coming. Obviously, some of my friends that cover QAnon and all that kind of stuff, They are talking hardcore about a lot of this. It says, Bing, 55, fell to his death from a high-rise building in Century City, according to a law enforcement source who has not been authorized to comment. Foul play is not suspected. So it could have been a suey, but we don't know. It said a spokesman for the Los Angeles Police Department said it responded to a call around 1 p.m. regarding the death of a man in his 50s in the 10,000 block of Santa Monica Boulevard in Century City. This is the only information we have at this time. Known to be media shy, the real estate scion was a Harvard Westlake graduate who inherited a $600 million fortune at the age of 18. Bing, a major Democratic donor and a friend of Clinton, went on to Stanford but dropped out in his junior year to pursue filmmaking. Rangy and silver-haired, this 6'4" producer, often seen dressed casually in jeans and gym shows. It says, then here's where the kind of connections comes in here. Bing's name was thrust into the spotlight when he became involved in 2 highly publicized paternity cases. In one, he sued British actress Elizabeth Hurley to force a DNA test after she said she was the father of her baby. To see that, this is like Me Too stuff, kind of the weird stuff here. In the other case, he sued Kirk Kerkorian for invasion of privacy after the billionaire's private eye, the infamous Anthony Pellicano, took Bing's dental floss out of his trash can. Kerkorian was embroiled in a child support lawsuit with his ex-wife Lisa Bonder. He used the DNA from the floss to prove that Bing was the father of Bonder's child, Kira. So, sounds like this guy was into some weird stuff here, and people have to prove that he's the father. These are some weird things here. I guarantee you there's going to be some other YouTube channels covering this a lot more in depth. If you guys want to go dig deeper on this, which you are feel free to do on morfooglenews.com, you can actually go in and then let us know what you find out. Pretty creepy stuff, I bet. NK reportedly threatens new round of the Korean War to end U.S. This is a bigger thing now because we're still not seeing Kim. We're seeing his sister, and his sister has been more prominent. And as I showed you, it was before all of this these kind of threats from her. We had this event around the 15th of last month, I believe, where you had, or maybe it was the 21st, where you had Kim questionably gone, questionably not on this earth anymore, if you catch my drift. And then people said that he was possibly brain dead, that he was a vegetable, all of this stuff. And then we hear from Rodman, which Rodman goes there all the time, has dinner, is friends with the dignitaries for whatever reason. They love Rodman. And Rodman said he talked to him personally, and he said, here's all I'll say, is if you see his sister in the public eye speaking more, then you know you have a problem. That's exactly what is happening right now. She is more in the public eye. She's making threats, and who knows? It seems like everybody is doing this dance of, is he alive? Is he dead? They say that they have footage of him, which people will go, no, he already showed up on this. We don't know that. We have deep fakes. We have all sorts of things that are going on. Why is she even speaking if he is alive? Just saying, in that culture and how that country is run, yeah, maybe she would say a comment, or he would send her to, say, the Olympics, but he wouldn't really have her running stuff unless she was preparing to take over, or something big was about to happen. Again, with everything that's going on with China, with NK, that's why we suggest EMP shield. There is a lot of weird stuff going on. Okay, let me go over to chat real quick. I'm going to hop over. It looks like Ollie Pop, Renegade PD. A lot of people are here. Flawless by Christ. We've got Miss Cat. Thank you, Adam Dex and Mods. Blessings. We're also trying to start to do something. I was kind of inspired by another YouTuber, which I'll show you guys later. The 10% commandment, and I'm gonna try to do some stuff personally for a couple people here. So I really kind of had a really just a light bulb go off. So anyways, Serenity PA, Obey 777. We've got Thomas the Fam, Laura Griffith, Gentle Moss. We've got Dixie Doe, Dory M, Michelle. What is going on? Jilly J, M Menching, J Ruby. Let's see here. Ollie Pop again, say, hey ho, Foogle fam. Jen lay awake. Thank you for being here. I hope you and your husband are doing okay. Miranda 16, Red Camel, Stiletti, Foogle fan. Always a pleasure to have you here almost every night. And Renford, Foogle is my spirit animal, Seattle Starla, and La Luna. What's up, JJ Gate? Thank you for following. Welcome to the Foogle family. Always lovely to have you guys. And then it looks like we've got a couple new followers as well. High Impact Flicks, Brian from High Impact Flicks says, great channel here. Thanks for all you do, Adam. Hey, thank you, Brian. I'm hoping that you guys, we're trying to go on earlier too. It looks like you'll be able to go on right after us. Hopefully that will be the case. Jen Lay Awake's husband says, bad luck's awake. Baldy Locks awake. I didn't know that was you. That's awesome. Then we've got Pink Shadow, appreciate you. Shastina, Kahaja Flygirl, Miss Jackson, Dixie Doe. All right, all of you guys are all up in here. As far as Dylan Barnes, John Jones, Eric M, Misinformation, I love your name. Giamasti, CPAP Cyborg, jeez. And then we've got 1111. Hi, Adam and Dex. Hope everything is doing okay. Leroy Gill, thank you for following. I appreciate you and welcome to the fam. As always, if you subscribe during the show, you will get a live shout out and it will end up on the replays. Mary Poff, thank you for your support. Elizabeth Marlowe, thank you for the super chat. You can always write a sentence or a shout out. Uper Viking, type any 3 numbers followed by the word cases into Google. Insane, love you. So I shared that. Road to Prison basically showed any number. If you type in 121-333-467 with new cases, it will show you CV, an article that goes with it. It's almost like a glitch. It's absolutely nuts. Try it yourself. In fact, I might even be able to do it without kind of talking about what we're doing there. Flawless by Christ, never a bad time to get closer to God. A lot of people are getting spiritual at this point. Again, with the 10% commandment, that's something that I'm doing for others. And I'm just really kind of, I had a bunch of thoughts yesterday. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of really negative stuff. We need to keep it positive. Hexologist, what is going on? I just watched, I believe, your show, if that's the Hexologist. I just watched the other day. So awesome content. Thomas the Fam, Renegade, PDM Landers, Reed Storm says, hey, good show. RP says, hello, Marv from London. Awesome, watching all the way over from London. Thomas the Fam, hi, Adam Dex and Fam. Chloe Conway, thank you for following. As always, if you subscribe during the show, you will get a shout out. And then we've got T-Man to issue an order on U.S. monuments, threatens force against D.C. protesters. So what the deal is a lot of these statues are getting pulled down, torn down, basically desecrated, and now they are saying, in fact, T-Man is directly saying that you could get 10 years in jail if you do so, and it could even be retroactively. So if they have video of you on Twitter or somewhere else that you are pulling down a statue or doing something or spray painting it, you could get up to 10 years. So he's basically throwing a huge threat out there because of how many things are being defaced. One thing that I don't get is where did this, this was always a law. I don't understand how so many laws are being broken right now. I understand protest and going against the grid or against the grain, but as far as destroying things, there's been multiple statues that they didn't know who the gentleman was. In Washington, D.C., there were statues taken down of gentlemen who had nothing to do, in fact, were positive figures in the history of race relations. So there was a ton of people just like seeing a statue and saying, let's tear it down, even though they actually did, ironically tore down one of the figureheads of somebody who fought against that. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like, we don't have, there's some uneducated people out there destroying things that they don't even know the purpose behind it. They don't know the history. Again, part of this is because history is now being rewrote in our books. If you listen to your kids' history, I help my 14-year-old, and I'm absolutely surprised at the stuff they have been teaching them. And I'm not trying to, start a spark here, but I'm telling you, new math and all this other stuff, that they haven't even started. They don't even teach our kids cursive anymore. They don't even teach them how to read a analog clock. Or they don't go by regular clocks, and they don't teach you that, which they taught me when I was a tiny little kid in kindergarten. Kids don't know how to read those anymore. That's what's so surprising. And some would say, oh, that's the parents' job. They have to use digital clocks in school. It's like the simpleton thing. And then when cashiers and things like this, if you notice some of the lower tier jobs, they do the math for the people anymore. People aren't even doing simple math anymore. I have it all the time. Actually, I've seen this multiple times where they have to push the button with the exact number. So if you hand them something that's exact change, or say it's 2157 or 1557, and you say, well, I want a 5 back. So you give them 2157 or whatever. Yeah, you give them 2057. They're like, there isn't a button for that, because the newest generation, they have to have a button that says what you just gave them. They can't do the math in their head. They can't count back. They can't do a lot of things. And it's like, it's a dumbing down of society. We need to actually, all the people that are saying homeschooling, I'm starting to say, yeah, look at what they're doing. And then once you get into university, it is very biased. And now a lot of proof is coming out. Project Veritas just came out on Facebook. You got to check out that. That's also been trending all day. Basically, an insider came out and said how biased they truly were. You can go see that for yourself. Again, we'll probably talk about that on tomorrow's show. Absolutely nuts. So again, if you tear down a statue or deface a sign or anything, you might get in trouble. What do you think about this, Dex?
I'm glad you called on me, Adam. I had 2 points. One, I just heard yesterday that someone in I believe the B movement was calling for the bringing down of statues of Jesus. And then also today, the governor of South Dakota came out and made a statement that said, you won't target Mount Rushmore, not on my watch, which I think is also sort of like now going to put a target on them.
So, well, and that it's like, what are people doing? I could see them doing like a massive thing at Rushmore, right? As far as they could overrun, how many people are securing that area? Like 2 guys or a share, what do you call it? A park ranger? I could see them completely destroying that with massive explosives or something. Another thing that I want to mention, it's almost like it's like a mating call for something bigger happening here. Every city, and people were saying, oh, it's just before 4th of July, people are lighting off fireworks. In every single city, and we should have probably loaded this up today because it is absolutely crazy. All the cities across the United States, everybody's been hearing boom, boom, boom every single night, all night for all weeks, right? For weeks. And that is where it matters. So, no, this is not normal. People got their hands on high pro-grade fireworks way before they were actually selling them. Yes, you could technically get them online, but the number of people that have actually been doing this, you don't think that all of these people are going through black market sites before it's legal in all these different states. We're talking about states that do not make it legal until right before 4th of July. You're talking about cities that have it completely banned. All of them are having huge pro-grade fireworks going off. Boom, boom, boom. And it's absolutely nuts. A lot of people, I told people on Twitter, I go, what is up with this? I said, hey, name the city you are in. Are you hearing loud explosions all night, every night? And exactly what happened was everyone said, yep, in my backyard. The guy next to me had it looked like a $200,000 light show. The guy's a normal guy. Where did he get this? And to prove that it was more than usual. So take Chicago, for instance. Last year, they had 27 total complaints up until yesterday, right? 27 complaints, same time of the year. How many complaints now? Over 6,000 complaints. Boston, same story. 22 reports last year. 3,800 reports this year. Up in the same week. So you're telling me that that is just normal? Oh, everybody's just getting pumped up for 4th of July. What is going on 4th of July? Then you have, apparently they ran an ad. I don't even want to say Mr. Am. What can you tell us? You tweeted that earlier, and we've got to be careful about how we say that. But apparently, a Nashville, Tennessee paper ran an ad, or it was accepted money for an ad for this kind of thing. Do you know about what I'm talking about, Dex? and it was talking about nuking Nashville. That's
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Thank you. I couldn't get you through the hidden words there. Yes, there was an ad that ran in the newspaper in Nashville that said specifically on a certain day, I'm trying to remember the day, that there was
18th.
going to be a explosion of the type you're talking about. And they and it was said it was coming from the I group. And then it then said, the newspaper came out and said, we don't know how this got in. We must have overlooked it. We'll never let an ad like that run again. But it went to all their printed ad in their printed papers.
I mean, how do you miss that? So everybody saw this full page ad for we're going to nuke Nashville. I mean, think about that. Is that kind of weird? Anybody? Probably. Disclosure TV, man, that is so much more than necessary. Crazy. Thank you, Disclosure TV. Thanks for what you do, Marfoogle fam for life. I appreciate you. I appreciate your content as well. And I'm really, really proud of all the people that are in this Foogle family group, all of the creators that are around me. I'm really, really happy to surround myself with good people like you. Private Eye Ty says, I hope to call in soon. I'm 23, live in Tampa, Florida, work in a restaurant, and seeing firsthand how people my age are reacting. Keep on, Foogle fam. So Private Eye Ty, you know, they call them millennials, right? Technically, I'm 86, so I don't think I might count as an older millennial. But if you look into the new thing, I mean, it really is. It's trained from day one back to kindergarten, and now they're actually kind of putting in bills and laws that actually make it acceptable for that kind of thing to start very, very early. Again, there's a lot of weird stuff that we could talk about just on that subject, but we won't today. As far as the fireworks, everything that's going on, it's not normal. It almost seems like they're calling out, like letting everybody know, if you're hearing that, oh, these are all people that are, you know, the same. They're all getting ready for something. And that's just a theory. There's a lot of us that are looking at this and looking at the chatter that's going on and what is going on currently. Here's what I'll say about this. Just 6 months ago or 8 months ago, did you ever, if somebody told you, hey, we're going to have a pandemic, every single person is going to be required to wear a mask, we're going to have riots in the streets, you would have called them crazy. And now it is absolute fact. It is reality. And people I don't even think it's registered. It's like a loved one suddenly dying. It doesn't even hit you until later. This is not going to hit us until later. In fact, it's going to hit our kids, our grandkids, our great-grandkids because of the stimulus packages that they're doling out. But again, it hasn't really set in that this is a dystopian future that we are living in currently, being counted as we go in, being traced, contact traced. All of this is going on right now. So keep that in mind. It is a very scary thought. Romans 8:28, Jesus King of Kings. Thank you for subscribing. As always, if you subscribe during the show, you will get a shout out. Preppin' Ain't Easy says, stay safe, brother, and thank you. Mr. Batman says, CSIS org programs technology policy. It says, NK is a Pooh Bear puppet. Compare dates to hacks. Stay sharp, Green Arrow. Saying that basically NK is China's puppet. Very well could be. Again, they have met by train a ton of times, other than the public one, which everybody thought was weird. SP1111 says, hi, Adam and Dex. Thank you. K King, God pursues you with his love. And Disclosure TV, again, thank you for that. So with this going on, obviously a lot of other things are going on as well. A lot of people were freaked out this morning because we were thinking that there was going to be some sort of tsunami along the coast. I even saw actress Rose McGowan kind of freaked out on Twitter saying, this is going to hit my part of the coast. And I thought, wasn't she the one who said she would move out of the United States if T-Man became president? I think she might have been one of the only people that actually did. Or maybe she's at her summer home or whatever. I don't know. But she said she was down in Mexico along that part of the coast. It says an earthquake strongly shook buildings in central Mexico City on Tuesday, with hundreds of people fleeing their houses into the streets after city alarms alerted residents minutes before the tremors. So, wait a second. Dex, do they have the pre earthquake system there, or first alert or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting that they did have some sort of alert that that gave them
Do they
early
have
notice.
shake alert? Like, yeah, we've talked about shake alert, and it was supposed to happen. Wait a second. How would they know before the earthquake unless they have shake alert? And why would Mexico have shake alert before the U.S.? These are all questions I would, like to probably look into when I'm not live. Much love, Foogle fam. Adam, be safe, brother. And hello to the best mods on YouTube, says Survival Living. Absolutely crazy. Another thing, if you guys want to not be traced with this entire thing, try to help us out. At the same time, go with a reliable company that has been around for 12 years. E-Deck bags are literally the solution. Put your phone in them. There's actually another utility bag that has windows, so everybody goes, well, then you can't use your phone. They actually make a bag for that as well, where you can actually still use it when you go to the store, when you go to take your kids somewhere, or when you go anywhere. If you go to your off-grid location, you should be putting your phone in this if you don't want it to be sending out signals. As you guys may know, there's been new updates that have happened to all of our phones. If you've been under a rock as well, you can go ahead and right check it. Go to your Apple, go to settings, privacy, then health. You will see it right there. It is now going to involuntarily send most Android users. You have to actually turn it off. I believe Apple starts out as off by default, so I just wanted to make that correct. But who knows if that's actually true. Again, what they are doing is they are tracing people, and because of the recent events, they didn't really kind of make it super obvious that they were going to be doing that. So if you want to protect yourself, again, you can actually do that. These guys work with DOD, FBI. This is what they use these for evidence bags if they don't want somebody. So say they take a cell phone or a laptop from a kingpin, they'll put it in one of these so they don't remotely wipe the hard drive. What it also does is block all the RF signals. So marfooglenews.com/edeck. Again, that's marfooglenews.com/edeck. You'll get 10% off on your order. All right, and then let's see here. So massive Sahara desert dust plume drifting towards the United States. Again, with this weird things happening in the sky. We've had Elon Musk saying, look to the skies, and then just recently said aliens exist. We've got fish jumping out of the water, odd animal behavior all over the world. Zoos are saying that since the whole closure happened, that all of these animals are doing weird habits. They're mating more. They're doing all of this kind of stuff. It's almost like humans disappeared for a while for them. And now it says each summer, massive plumes of dust traverse the atmosphere above the tropical Atlantic Ocean, traveling 5,000 miles from the Sahara Desert in northern Africa all the way to the southern United States. Well, summer dust plumes are common occurrence. It says the one sailing through the Caribbean right now is generating quite the buzz. That's because it appears to be one of the most extreme in recent memory, and it's heading for the southeastern states. On satellite images from space, dust typically appears somewhat subtle and faint, but this plume can be seen as clear as day. The picture below was taken on Sunday from the International Space Station. Quote, we flew over this Saharan dust plume today in the west central Atlantic. Amazing how large an area it covers, astronaut Doug Hurley tweeted. That is creepy. Is that really a dust plume? Like, what in the F is that? Look at that. That is insane. That looks like a mothership or something. I've never heard of this, but apparently it's a common occurrence and it happens every year. We've got a couple storm chasers in the crowd. In fact, I just talked to one Heath that's on Twitter, and him and another person in the Foogle fam were arguing about something about just what exists and doesn't as far as lightning goes. But Heath, I would love to hear what you think about this. Maybe tweet me. Tell me what this, if you guys have heard of this, and if this is something that you guys, is this visible from land, or is this up in the atmosphere where we can't see it? It looks like a shroud is covering our Earth. Who knows? Maybe that's why they're trying to get off the planet. On the other hand, let me jump over to this. Oh, I didn't get the article in here, but I will pop it up. Dex, if you could look about the fish jumping out of the water, I did want to make a small comparison to iPet Goat 2. Very creepy kind of, very creepy scenario out there. Oh my gosh. I just realized I tweeted 2 days ago or yesterday about the fish jumping out of the water, and then it's followed by quakes. I'm not even kidding you. And then Mexico has a 7.4 earthquake the next day. No joke. I didn't even remember this until just now. And the timestamps there. Let's see here. Oh, there's Disclosure TV. But that's not me. Okay, let's see here. Check this out. So just yesterday, I actually tweeted, let's see if we can find this odd behavior. Again, check out my Twitter, @Marfoogle. Go over and follow. There's a ton of stuff. I try to share as much of the crazy stuff that we're going to be talking about on the show, and then I share stuff that you won't see on the show as well. This is the earthquake, okay? So this is some of the footage. Absolutely crazy footage. The entire world is shaking down there. There's other footage. They did have water receding for a while. Remember Japan? Don't want to see anything like that. 7.3 earthquake. They said at first it was a 7.6. Then I thought it was downgraded. We don't know exactly what it was. Let's see here. If we can go here. I think that got loaded on that. Boom. Okay, watch this. This is a trip. I'm going to show you what happened all around, surrounding China. These fish were doing crazy, 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 crazy things. Let's see here. Okay, so check this out. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the tweet. Yesterday. Okay? Literally yesterday. It is 6/23/2020. iPet Goat 2, fish jumping out of the water. Then it shows what looks like an earthquake and waves. Jumping at what they call the Antichrist right there. I know that that's a filtered word as well. This is Heliofant. If you haven't seen this video, go see it. I can't show it. I tried one time and it just cut the feed. And then look at this behavior. This was yesterday. Absolutely nuts. And then today, a 7.4 earthquake. Is that nuts or what? Let's see here. Look at this. Let's see.
China. For decades, many Chinese fears of an incoming natural disaster in China are swirling online as a strange sight appears across China. For decades, many Chinese people believe that warning signs emerge before major disasters.
Boom. And it literally shows, I'm going to try to be careful here. It shows the fish jumping out of the water, all this strange animal behavior. And then look at this. Just yesterday, it made me go back through iPet Goat, because if you're awake and have seen what happened in iPet Goat is 8 years old. The cathedral top falling down, that freaked me out. It made me think, man, there is more to reality here, because it literally was there 8 years ago. And then when the cathedral caught fire, the tower fell exactly. I mean, it was out of a freaking movie. Everything in that cartoon, it almost looks like it's leading up to something. That if just to say, open your mind, if that was somehow real and a prediction, or somebody at the government that was an animator that said, here's the plan, and put the plan out there, but did it in an animated fashion, that's scarier. What if something like that was an actual plan? Like, this is what's going to happen. Not saying that is, but, or, who knows? Maybe they're a visionary. Maybe they're somebody who literally can see into the future. I don't know. But if you look at some of the weird stuff that goes on, that was pretty crazy. Just yesterday, I basically said that looks like after the fish, then comes an earthquake. Then we had a 7.4 earthquake. You don't want to know what's after that because that would probably give you a good reason to get off of Earth. Okay. So, sorry about that. Dex, I don't know if something happened there, so I'm sure you will be back on there. Adam, Dex, and Mod Squad, many thanks and much love. We are #Team Humanity. Awesome. Thank you, Susan Donahue. Thank you for being here you've probably been here 2 years now. And thank you for all of your support. You are our #1 supporter on YouTube, so I can't say thank you enough. Trust me, we are trying to look for ways. Mitchell on Wheels says the Quake warning app is called MyShake. I have it. You can get it. So, but how does it work? Do they have Quake alert? And they said minutes before. Kind of weird. Survival Living, again, thank you for that as well. I saw CDK was in the audience. I appreciate you being here. Flawless by Christ. Again, thank you. Pole shift looming is what their opinion is. Hi, Adam. I'm watching you instead of my son where all the madness is. LOL. Love your show. D-Live's mom. That's awesome. Well, that's kind of... sorry for being on at the same time. Debbie Yo, Luna Soul, Amy Genie, or Army Gina. I don't know why I just almost called you a body part. Snowboard, thank you. Lee or Lee Slee, thank you so much for the lemon. Down East Darlin, Thomas the Fam, and Mad Cat Kitty. I appreciate all of you guys coming in here. Whisker Biscuit, love the early show time. Stay awesome, Adam and Dex. Well, we're trying to do a couple early shows and a couple later shows just to try to make it a little bit more even so everybody can watch. I know that a lot of the East Coast crowd, they used to watch early morning, and then that kind of went away. So we're trying to spread it around as much as we possibly can. Okay, before we get to the giant cloud there.
And Adam, I'm back.
Okay, cool, perfect.
Did you need me for something? I'm sorry. We lost connection. Okay.
I was just talking about the weird fish, and I don't even think I talked to you about that. Yesterday, I made the tweet that basically it was weird because I saw the odd fish behavior, and something made me think of iPet Goat, and then I went through the whole thing, and I remembered, and then I saw the fish jumping out into the boat, and I was thinking, that's just crazy. Then the next scene is the tribesmen dancing, and it's shaking, and then there's waves. So it looks like an earthquake, and you see it rattling, and then you see the waves. And then the next day, we see that. It was just super weird. It was like something drove me to that.
Yeah, well, I mean, just the fish jumping in China alone as a prelude to a quake was amazing. But yeah, putting that together with that video, wow, that's creepy.
I thought it was. It's just, and the fact that thing is just creepy. The whole cathedral thing, it still gets me. That weird radio signal from space 500 days later. It says a repeating radio wave signal first seen by astronomers early in 2019 continues 500 days later. The cause of the display remains a mystery. A source repeating radio waves seen from one point in the sky presents astronomers with numerous mysteries. It says the source of this signal, where radiation builds and ebbs over a period of 16 days, remains a question. The longevity of these cycles now seen continuing for over 500 days. This is over a year, folks. Could either present another mystery or perhaps a clue on what is going on at the center of these displays. Fast radio bursts, or FRBs, are one form of highly energetic explosions in deep space, thought to be caused by small, massive objects. I love it. Small, massive objects, though the exact nature of these objects is still in question. The energy released by eruptions of these objects can outshine the entire galaxy in which they reside. But these events actually fade in a small fraction of seconds. So these have actually come in, and when I first heard about this, I was like, this is proof enough for aliens. But then when you kind of look into them, you're thinking, it's just weird. Some have actually theorized at Yale, or I'm sorry, it was at Harvard, that these could be reflections of a previous technological universe. So like we sent them out and now they're bouncing back to us or something. With some pretty interesting theorists there that have talked about, all sorts of weird things like Atlantis sending out stuff and then it coming back years and years later. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that there is something out there? Do you think on top of God creating us, he created the universe and created all sorts of different beings out there. The one thing that I think about, though, too, is if you created Earth and you could make that in 7 days, think about in the time span if you had the universe just kept creating and creating and creating, how much you could create. I know that traditionalists, I don't think you can look at it that way. I just try to keep open-minded about everything on that kind of plane of things there. I have seen so much stuff in the sky since I was a little kid that I definitely believe something is going on above us, but I don't know what that is. Even just last night, I saw a huge flash and it beamed across. It wasn't a meteor. It was actually more like a satellite, but how bright it got, and then it was way brighter than even some of the satellites that I've seen. Sometimes when the satellites hit the light or hit the sun, they're so far up there that the sun actually hits it at night. It will make it go bright and then it will go dim. It almost seems right when you get your camera out that they go dim. Finally, kind of theorized that is a satellite maybe catching the sun as it goes over, and then as it goes back over into the shade, it doesn't. But I will say this, the one last night was so bright, it looked like somebody with a flashlight, and then all of a sudden it was a normal satellite. Super weird stuff. If you guys look up to the sky, I'm sure a ton of you do, you've seen some weird stuff. You can't not see weird stuff. It's just always there. And then China warns risk of naval incident with U.S. on the rise. So they're saying that more likely it's going to be some sort of battle in the sea. It says the U.S. military is deploying, quote, unprecedented numbers to the Asia-Pacific region, raising the risk of an incident with China's Navy, a senior Chinese official said on Tuesday. It says tensions between the two superpowers have soared on multiple fronts since President DT took office in 2017, with both countries flexing their diplomatic and military muscle. And it says the United States' regular freedom of navigation operations in the South China Sea, yeah, that's his name, where China and neighboring countries have competing claims, angers Beijing, and China's Navy usually warns off U.S. ships. So if you don't know about the South China Sea and the Spratly Islands, they have built a forward operating base capable of being their halfway point for invading us. Just my point. Again, it could be for just drilling oil. It could be for, playing checkers out on an island. Maybe it's going to be their new Hawaii. But I highly doubt that. With anti-aircraft weapons, tanks, and multiple airfields, I'm pretty sure that it's a forward operating base. Basically, because that's always been their weakness, is their distance. Now that's kind of going away. And they literally made the Spratly Islands out of nothing. They literally took dirt off of the bottom of the sea, piled it up with special machines, suckers that sucked and then poured the dirt out, and literally made land. And now they're going to be claiming that part of the sea, so then therefore, if their plan works out, it will no longer be international waters, and freedom of navigation will not apply. That's if they get their full way. Then you have the Philippines and all these other countries competing for that same kind of waterways, saying it's 200 miles from their, from their land, so it should be theirs, it should be ours, it should be this. But China's kind of just going, get out of my way, it's ours. So they call it a land grab. That was more of a land make, but what do you guys think about it? I would really appreciate your theory on this. I know that so many people have so many varying theories about what China is actually doing right now. Some people think that our president and him are best friends. I think that one thing publicly goes on and one thing behind the scenes. I also think that even our own government has two separate parties. There's good and evil, even, running the whole world. So, and you've got slightly better good or slightly better evil versus really evil. And then you've got good and slightly less good, I guess is how you could say it. And then a panic after a giant mushroom-shaped cloud fills the sky in Ukraine close to Chernobyl. Is this another cover-up? Is this why... Maybe this is why fish are jumping out of the water. Who knows? It says officials have told people not to panic after a city less than 60 miles from Chernobyl was covered in a giant mushroom-shaped cloud. Chernobyl in Ukraine was the site of the world's worst nuclear disaster in 1986 when a reactor meltdown caused a major radiation leak. But concerns were raised after the huge cloud was spotted in the capital of Kiev. It says some locals speculated that Russian President Vladimir Putin may have been testing nuclear weapons, while others feared it could be a UFO. Maxim Volk wrote, "Is it Putin testing a new nuclear weapon?" And Maria Polyak, "Is that a UFO?" Okay, so again, storm chasers, is that a normal cloud? That doesn't... I don't know, Dex. What did you think about this? It depends on how far away this is. Doesn't look like radiation or anything, but that does look like a creepy cloud.
It's a creepy cloud for sure. All right. I mean, just the visual on it alone was like, wow. And it's coming right over that area. Makes you think.
What if this is a new kind of nuke or attack nuke? It's just
I'm sure there's a meteorologist out there who'll say, "Oh no, don't worry, it's XYZ cloud. We see these things. It's when something happens a certain way." But yeah, it obviously caused enough alarms for them to take a picture and write something about it. And probably a lot of people made some phone calls, were worrying about it.
I'm sure they'll.
And it does
say,
look interesting.
It's a natural occurring nuclear mushroom cloud. Yeah, it always happens in Russia. Yeah, it happens once a year or so. Yeah, and it directly correlates with deaths in the area. It's just total coincidence. Yeah. It doesn't say they have a name for it, though. It says dramatic images showed the startling cloud in the blue skies over Kiev, and the Ukrainian State Emergency Service later shared photos with the caption, "Admit it, who got scared?" They say it is a mushroom-shaped cloud, is said to be a naturally occurring weather phenomenon. Huh. Ha! Ha! Natural. Like fishes fearing water. Yeah, natural. Okay. Either way, that's what's going on. Again, we hit Chaz, we hit NK, we hit the president, we hit all sorts of topics here. If you have something that we missed, put it in the comments down below. If there's a story you would like us to cover in the next couple days, please let us know what it is. We don't catch everything. We try. Zero Cummings 08 says, Marf, what are your thoughts on the new mask law in Washington? I don't think anybody's really enforcing it here like they are in California. I mean, I keep seeing these videos of like old guys trying to walk past big guards and they're like not letting them through. And then I see these other ones. Mostly it looks like it's in California where like the mob is like, put on a mask, you thicko. Here, I haven't seen that once. And I have done both. I've had one and I haven't. I have seen tons of people. Nobody's wearing a mask, compared to what they were. I mean, you're talking about half the people. Almost all the young people aren't. Have you noticed since day one, even like during it, all the fitness people, like the 30-year-old joggers with jogging clothes, none of them were ever wearing one. And I thought that was ignorant at the time. I'm thinking like, oh, you think you're just so healthy that like nothing stops you. I just thought it was always the people that looked like they just got out of the gym or just got off of a 10-mile run and they're runner's high. And if it didn't turn out differently, I would have thought like, what are you like? You think you're so superhuman, like you're so fit that it's not going to bother you. That's what they thought because of what the news was. But who knows? When this thing, if it mutates, if it ends up turning into something that's actual, it's kind of funky. And I mean actual. K King says, humble your heart before a creator, pray hard. K King, I don't think I've met you before. Conquest Josh, God bless you, Marf and Dex and all the mods and Foogle fam. Joe Ty says, thank you, brother Marf. Love what you do. Well, thank you, Joe Ty, and also welcome Ronin Returns. Sorry. Yeah, that was hard reading. I went to public school. Ronin Returns, thank you for subscribing, and as always, if you subscribe during the show, you will get a shout-out. And Melissa Billies, thank you for joining, and thank you for subscribing. All right, let's see here. I did want to go over just a couple things here. Let's see. Wanted to pop this open. All right, let's see. Okay, Kelly2334 says, hi, Adam, Dex, and mods. Sorry for the early show. I know that some of you guys did not know we were going. Make sure to get our notifications. There's actually a bell notification on the website. Again, if you guys want to support us in a different way, protect yourself online, go to NordVPN and put the code Marfoogle in. You can actually go directly there by going to marfooglenews.com/VPN and protect yourself against bad guys. But not only that, it will look like you are somewhere else, and it will hide your IP from the bad guys. Between that, EDEC, and EMP, you got yourself some pretty awesome protection there. Okay, so let's go into this. I was going to pop in and see what is going on over here. And let's see. So we've got about 6,000 watching total. Thank you guys for coming in tonight. Again, if you guys can share the show with anybody you can. We're fighting against it on 2 different channels. Again, we were at 155,000. We only needed 11 more subscribers on that big channel, and it's just been grinding like 1 subscriber. That doesn't make any sense. When the small channel continues to grow, the large one doesn't. That is Marfoogle News, the main channel. Remember to go over there and subscribe as well. And then Marfoogle TV at 118,000, and then D-Live Family at almost 22,000. So thank you guys all for being a part of this. We're going to get the phones open. We actually have 2 lines open out of 6. So get in right now if you can. Oh, no. No way. Dex? Are you kidding me? Dex.
Hey, Adam. Yeah, are you looking in the screener? Literally like 10 minutes ago. 15 minutes ago, tops.
Okay, do you want to tell people what happened?
Sure, Adam, I will. So it appears that Discord, and for those of you who aren't familiar with Discord, Discord is a company out of San Francisco, like a social media company. They have chosen, I guess, to take our server down. We are no longer there. I can't find it. Others can't find it. And we did receive a message that it was around the spread of misinformation.
And it's not us, it's the people in our different groups putting stuff out, I guess.
I guess there's going to be no way to know until we talk to them, and they're not going to talk. From all the other people that have been taken out, there's no communication. They're doing They're doing a mass culling. We've heard them going after other people, other channels, other individuals based on the conversations that are happening online, and they're cracking down. We knew there was a lot of the censorship that was going to continue to happen across all of these platforms. There is no free speech when it comes to the digital space right now, and especially in the places where it's easy to have conversation, the big, large areas, whether it's, the platforms we're on or a platform like Discord. But it is clear, they've sent a clear message that they're taking specific action against people, and they have taken it against us, our people, our community that was doing nothing wrong, just having conversations with one another.
We have 15,000 people, and we had state groups that met up, talked prep, talked all sorts of stuff. We had our veterans group. We had our help group. We had job postings. We had, need a handyman services. We had people to help others. All of our state groups. Sorry, guys. If you guys can, I guess, can we ask them to tweet? People, if you've never been on Twitter before, don't ask you to go on it and have fun. But create a Twitter and type at Discord and say, there must be a mistake. This is doing good for the community. This has helped the community. If there was an offender, then we could have taken them out. We could get rid of them out of our server. We're not a misinformation. In fact, we back up everything we say with a bibliography, every single article that we talk about. Fairy Spirit 2112, Channel Jammer, Necro 13. I hope that all of you guys, if you've never participated, if you've never shared the video, if you've never done any of that, please share this one. I'm begging you. There's groups, there's people that are dependent on this. There's people that did not commit suicide because of the Foogle family and the Discord and the people that they have met. People have been married out of that group. People have made lifelong bonds out of that group. Our Discord was a huge positive for the community. And I wouldn't say it's all done yet. Maybe they'll say it's a mistake. Just like anything else, if enough people say positive things about it and just say what positive you got out of it and say if there was something bad there, don't be mean, don't be rude either. Just tweet and say it's a positive force for the community. There must be a mistake. If there was some bad actors in there, we can take care of those. And anybody from Discord, if you're watching, I mean, I don't see it. I mean, is there, was there people in there that didn't have the same views? I don't get it. La Bamba, what next? Do something, everyone. Bogstown, I can't pull up anything on Discord. So again, Bogstown, get on Twitter, create an account, tweet at Discord, I believe, right, Dex? Should we put some instructions on our Twitter?
Yeah, we should. I'll go double check. I'm pretty sure it's going to be at Discord.
Follow at Marfoogle. And if not for me, for the people that literally that is their life,
yeah, it's at Discord.
Why? Well, we had a couple guys that got removed, and I'll just say it. I mean, like, it wasn't our fault. Some guys that were removed a couple weeks ago that were part of some other group, I think they were part of a militia or something, but they just so happened to be in ours. They got removed from it. They were booted. but ours wasn't affected. It was them getting booted. And it was because they were part of a more controversial group somewhere else. So they were booted from just Discord in general, and they thought it was us, and it wasn't. But otherwise, if you think about all the good that happens, I mean, misinformation, what the heck do they mean? Like, yeah, if somebody wants to put a Bigfoot story on that, is that misinformation? I mean, it's sharing of information, period. It's a private group. It's not like it's... Obviously, it was doing something. You know, it's just like we focus so hard on trying to be extremely correct and try to be as unbiased as possible. And I may not be perfect, but I sure as hell try. I try my best to try to make it something that people can watch. Let's see. May not be perfect. Let's see here. We can start again. I don't know. Pink Shadow, thank you. T. Bori, I appreciate you. Thank you for the lemons. Thank you guys for all the people that support us. Maybe we should start our own thing. Again, maybe we can... You know, that's what you get when you have... And, you know, this is why people... You know, that's why people end up not using these free services. That's why people end up going over and then ended up creating their own service and then asking people to pay for it because it's super expensive. But if it's free, then it just gets taken down when it's something that they don't like. Sammy Lee, so much for being a decentralized platform. Is that what Discord was? Dex, is Discord a...
No, they're not. I don't think they're decentralized at all.
Yeah. Cade just...
That's confusion with DLive, right? Which is decentralized.
Yeah, I don't think... unfortunately, Sammy Lee, I don't
Different
think
Ds.
Discord is not to be confused with DLive, and Discord is not decentralized. So it's not on the blockchain. If it was, it would... I don't know how they don't give you a warning or anything. Like, we didn't get any emails or anything. There are so many people that rely on that group. Shy the Coffee, Texas Rock 49. Haters gonna hate. We'll just keep on keeping on. If you see somebody trolling us too, at this point, gloves are off. Like, seriously. We've been the nice people. If people are going to troll us, do whatever, okay? At this point, I'm sick of building this stuff up. Our Facebook had 8,000 people. Boom, gone. Because of what? All right.
Adam, one more thing. I'm getting word that a lot of folks that were on our server are losing their accounts too. So, and we heard this with other servers when they went after other servers. And some of the folks that were in our server were on that other server and they lost their accounts because they were associated with that server. So now if they're attacking our server, they're probably attacking our community.
Well, with, you know, this is why, you know, somebody like John got deplatformed. You know, he was saying, oh, this and this and that. You know, they go after him and then he says our name. And then all of a sudden, this is all happening to us. We're not associated. We're not the same people. We are very positive. We try to put out a lot of love out into the community. And
this is exactly the reason why everyone needs to be on our alerts. I don't know if you said it earlier. Sorry, because I'm doing multiple things at once. But that's the one thing right now that we still have where if we need to reach out, it's ubiquitous. It's email. So it's a way for us to reach everybody if we need to. If we need to let everyone know we've moved, if we need to let everyone know that something happened or let them know that we're moving to another location. If you're not on that, you want to be on that. It's free and it's simple and it's just an email list. There's not rocket science to it.
Okay. Yeah, no. Let me, and I don't even really show, that's the thing too. We try to show this every time. Again, sign up for alerts here. Let's see here. Right here. Okay, so when you go to marfooglenews.com, not only can you sign up for notifications, but you can actually get a part of our list. I think we're going to have to start our own, literally. So I don't know. We'll have to look into it. If it's going to cost us something, maybe if we only have 15,000 people, maybe it won't be that much. Is there anything like that, Dex? Can we just start our own something?
Yeah, there's other things I'm gonna be looking into.
Okay. I'm not going to be discouraged. We got to stay positive. But it looks like a lot of shit's going down. Excuse my French. Jacob Israel, thank you. So sorry to hear about this. Keep doing the right thing and don't let this discourage you. Let it be used to encourage you to even be a brighter light in this world. Thank you, Jacob Israel. Jacob Israel, by the way, if you guys don't know, he's a big YouTuber. He is an awesome gentleman. He is one of the most positive people on YouTube. We actually share his link on the YouTube side. Every single show, my mods actually rotate his link with BP Earthwatch and a bunch of others. They cycle through with Prepper Nurse and all sorts of other people. So make sure to check out Jacob Israel. And that totally wasn't necessary, Jacob. I'll be returning that next time you're live. This is Jacob Israel. Looks like he's about to hit 150,000. Surviving the Red Pill says, breaking apart groups that support truth will be attacked. People and channels like you help raise us and stick up together. Stay strong, friends. Well, it looks like we're only a couple steps away from not being here. So I hope you guys make a stink. There's 3,000 of you that come to every single show. Well, actually, no. There's about 6,000 of you that come to. There's 3,000 on every side. I hope you guys, and that's not. We get 40 to 50,000 people watching every day, but those are the people that show up every single show. So I hope you guys make some sort of noise if we get completely just off. It's already bad enough, you know. Jennifer Means, I asked about a week or so ago I could have a printed newsletter with classifieds in case this happens so we could keep in touch. And then Arizona Mountain Sky, thank you. You can always write a message with that, of course. Thank you very much. That is much appreciated. Nutsack 909, I met my fiance on here in 2018. I'll tweet it out. Did you hear that? Nutsack 909 says, I met my fiance on here in 2018. Mr. Batman, Green Arrow here, disabled my Discord account. That's like weird. That means we're being targeted as, like, we're not even.
Yeah, what happened with the other server we heard about was they went after everybody on it. So if they came after our server, they're now going after everybody on it. And they're targeting the individuals along with the server.
You know what? I bet it's the Veritas thing. Wow. This is just insane. I see already people are on here. Thank you, Thomas Roadbush. Lisa Chick, a steady increase in fireballs entering. That's awesome. Unique, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. It says, please consider. Ivy Winners. There must be a mistake. Please bring back. Thank you, Ivy Winners. Thank you, Rev J, Mr. Mouse. We worked really hard. The mods worked really hard.
Yeah, I mean, Jay Stone and Clan Mama have put so much time into that.
I can't even find it to get rid of it. Dex, do you want to take Leah and Maureen and actually talk to them? Dex, are you there?
Hey, Adam. Sorry, I was on the line. What
do you want to answer?
Want me to do?
Do you want to answer Leah?
Yeah, let's get Leah on the line. Hang on.
I would just say that let's take Leah and Maureen, and then let's.
I've got another one too. Hey, Leah, you are live on Marfoogle News.
Thanks, Dex. Hi, Adam. Hi, Foogle fam. Sorry about my voice. It's I got tested for the CV.
So what's your topic?
Well, a few things. First of all, the whole Discord thing that's messed up. But I couldn't get on it anyway. I've tried signing up for it, but I never got the invite through. Is that through email?
Yeah. So you're on our alerts. So you're going to get our emails. Right. So if we send something out,
that's good enough for me. I really don't like Discord that much anyway. I use it for gaming, but that's about it. What I was calling about was my experience. Getting that test at the drive-through, and they asked me something.
The CV test, right? You're saying CV?
CV, yeah. I got started coming down with this flu-like thing in earnest last night, but a few days ago I was confronted by a stranger right on my porch. I live in an apartment building with an outside entrance to each. It's like motel, style stuff. But I happen to know my neighbor was in the hospital and nobody was home, so I was trying to tell this guy, hey, I don't know who you are, but this guy is in the hospital, nobody's here. And he turned around and yelled in my face. Long story short, they had just been tested for COVID. And after consulting with the manager, I was assured nobody had just moved in like he claimed. And we found that there's other homeless people camped out here in various other apartments. And some of them might be inhabiting empty apartments. But I'm seeing a lot.
So you had somebody living next door to you that wasn't supposed to be living there?
Well, no, the gentleman that lives next door to me, is the current resident, is currently in the hospital sick. He had other health issues, so he's been sick a while, last couple of years. But he's also been known to. He and the other neighbor that also live on the same floor are best buddies, and he is also having homeless people staying with him. So I wouldn't be surprised if they both were entertaining people, because I've been seeing strangers coming and going more than usual. They just emptied out a tent city here in the capital city of Kansas, and so now I'm seeing them. They're camping out in our parks. One is right across the street from me. I don't go walking there anymore because I've seen evidence of encampments, camps and stuff. The other thing is,
well, is anybody doing anything to help them and provide for them, or are they just displacing them from where they were?
Well, earlier, it was really strange. Earlier this year, our rescue mission, which has been in trouble for a long time, suddenly decided they were going to start cutting services and closing down facilities because I think they were mismanaged. I think they were actually defunded, if you will, lost some contributions because they depend on a lot of businesses and private donations to contribute. I myself have taken coats down there, clothes. Because I've been homeless. I know what it's like. So, but it's just, I know we're going to see more of that. And I really wish there really needs to be more, I mean, not just food drives, but they did send people in to kind of canvass the area to get a census of the homeless population, but they're afraid and they run. Most of them hide. So, and the programs that, like food stamps and cash assistance, you have to have a drug test, a clean drug test result in order to be eligible for those services. So a lot of these people that are homeless, that's probably prohibiting them because that's another big issue with.
Right, and it makes for a pretty difficult situation for anyone to get out of and to make it any better than it is. It sounds like it's a no-win.
It's a massive vicious cycle that just, it took me, grace to God, and my determination to pull myself out of a deep hole, start over, and I made it, but it's still not where I want to be, but I'm still far better off than a lot of people I know. And a lot of people are now jobless and now homeless too. So, that's just going to get worse.
Right. No, I totally understand. So how you said you're feeling symptoms, and I guess this exposure you had to somebody, is that what made you have to go get tested for CV? And make sure you use the initial CV, please.
Yes, sir. I reviewed the whole list, and that's the only, I don't want to talk about any donkeys or elephants or nothing else. It's like, I'm tired of the distractions. I'm tired of the baiting. I know that there's a lot more going on behind the scenes than we probably want to know. I grew up in the military. I'm familiar with a lot of, I know some people that have not told me directly, but I know that there's some stuff happening. It's messed up. I'm seeing a lot of unmarked SUVs, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so you have a lot of interesting movement in your area?
Yes.
Yeah.
Construction stuff moving. And looks like simple street repairs going on, but then I'm seeing just odd stuff, just really odd stuff.
Well, Leah, I really hope that your test comes back negative, and that your symptoms you have are just something simple that you can get over with very little effort. And I'll be praying for you. And I'm sure everybody in the fam will be too. Is there another one last thing you want to say?
I'm just so thankful for y'all. I mean, you're doing the best job that I've seen of anybody on either YouTube or DLive.
Thank you. I attribute it to everybody. It is a group effort, and it's callers like you. It's the fam in the chat. It's everybody that comes together that helps bring information together, share information.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with a lot of things that are put in chat, and some of it is just that's crazy. But then you stop and think, and we don't know what half of. My dad used to say, there's more in and out of this world than you can imagine, baby. And he was in the Coast Guard for 20 years. served out in sea, went through the Bermuda Triangle, fought in Vietnam, lost his leg, and took me to the top of the world. So
Sounds like a really great person, and we appreciate his service. So, well, Leah, thank you for calling, and thank you for sharing your story with everybody here. And we hope to hear from you again soon. Okay.
You're welcome, and love to everybody.
All right.
God bless.
God bless you. Bye bye.
All right, Dex.
Adam, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to pull in Marine, Sherry King, thank you, says, love and light, Adam Dex. You get on Edge of Wonder TV. They don't censor. Again, you know, they gave Edge of Wonder so much crap for their service. I want to say it's like $10 a month, and they have like documentary style films on there. But this is, you know, this is what we're up against. And I guarantee you, we were probably associated with somebody who said something way overboard. They probably said our name, and then they look into us like we're the same. We're not. You know, we back up what we say with a bibliography of every show. That's why we do that. So you can't say, oh, you're just making stuff up. So I don't know. The response on Twitter is absolutely amazing. You understand that that's public. They can't really, you know, that goes out and everybody's like, well, what is this? What is this? If enough people say, you know, this is a positive thing, it did amazing things for me, my family, this and that, maybe they will work with us. But otherwise, it's an online thing. Like, they'll send us a email that says, sorry, you know, that's what happens. If it's misinformation, you know, it's probably related to the Floyd thing. I don't know. But that's what I have seen people, you know, if anybody who basically goes over that line, that's what they've been going after. Again, we don't say things like that on here. And we do it for a purpose. We're trying to go for longevity and grow this into something that, you know, where we can get legitimate sources and legitimate news. And we've done so much more than just news. We've helped small creators. We've helped over 1,000 creators get monetized now. I thought it was like around 400 or 500. It's around 1,000. 1,000 people on YouTube at over 1,000 subscribers creating their own content. We've helped, actually, we're just beginning to help some of the D-livers get followers and get an audience where they can actually create and change their life. But I hope people realize that every small thing, every small step this way, it's going somewhere real messed up. If there's some bad people, why aren't they, you know, I guess they go, well, we don't want to manage 15,000 people. If there's some bad actors in there, okay, take their accounts. And I'm talking about serious bad actors. But taking the whole platform away from us, when look at what their groups are doing. People are meeting up and all positive things. Preparing for natural disasters. Who knows? Maybe there's... and I don't get it. If there was some sort of secret group on there that we didn't know about, then that wouldn't be possible. They can't create a group in our stuff without us knowing about it. So I guess, is there something, you know, maybe a room that mods don't hang out in? I don't get it. And why would they be looking at us in the first place? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, this one's clearly the server from everything I'm investigating right now.
So I already see people that have never been on Twitter getting on Twitter. And you may think, oh, everybody else is going to do it. Nope. People got to start taking, you know, If you like the show, if you're here every day a week, just know that this is just the first step to other stuff that's coming. And, you know, all of a sudden it's just gone. And I know you guys... I know that most, to be honest, probably would just move on. After about a week, they would go on to something else. Go to a different show. That's what happens. People don't stick together. People don't stand up when one falls. That's exactly what Brian was saying, too, from High Impact. Leah. Y'all, I appreciate the love, but that caller wasn't me. Oh, no, that was Leah, not Ilea.
Yeah, Leah, not Ilea. I never said Ilea, but I think people were confusing.
That's okay. Matthew Morales, thank you for all you and Dex do. I appreciate Marfoogle News. And won't watch mainstream. Well, that might be why. Doc Bill, YNWA, you'll never walk alone with the fam. Wendy McLean says, thank you for all you do. Sherry King, thank you again. Tango, happened to me on Parler already. They hate me, and it looks like they hate you too. Dano Martinez, thank you. Western Body says maybe we'll need to send a 1-pound bag of peanuts to the owners. I think they did that with one of the games companies. Trinity Red Pill, Hi Ho Kermit the Frog, tons of love and support. My videos are not viewed on certain subjects too. Frustrating. Vanessa Doe, thanks for your hard work. Keep on keeping on. Kathy Burns, we'll find each other no matter what. Alicia Danielle, thank you for your support. You can always write something there. Louise Cunningham, Marf, we will get through this. We will have victory. Perhaps the mods can put together a new platform or our own Discord. Do not get discouraged. Yaz Warrior Girl, Uper Viking, can you start a channel like EOW? Again, I do keep in contact with Ben. Maybe we can hop on theirs. But we've never wanted it to be like that. Arizona Mountain Sky, again, thank you so much. Jennifer Means, I asked a week or so. Okay, got that one. Granny C, crazy time we live in. And survival living. Well, all I know is that the Foogle fam is Marfia strong. We always got your back, Adam. Well, I hope that comes through, because that matters a lot. That's the base, that's the backbone of what we were doing. We were getting people prepared for disasters. That was the whole point of this. So when that gets taken down, it kind of takes away the purpose. All right, Maureen. Dex, you're going to have to pull Maureen in.
Maureen, you are live on Marfoogle News.
Hello?
Hi, Maureen. How are you doing?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep, we can all hear you just good. Are we soft?
Yeah, you sound very depressed.
Oh, that's not the mic.
Here.
That's you. I know you're depressed. I know. I'm sorry about that. How's it going?
Good. What was your subject tonight?
It was about math, but then, I don't know, you guys had a big problem, I guess.
Okay, continue.
Well, I mean, don't you guys think it's kind of funny how, like, all these professionals, supposedly, like, they have their masks on when they're not talking and everybody else is talking, and then when they're talking to everybody else, they take their mask off, when the whole point of masks is to be that, you know, when you're spewing out, you know, the particles, you know, you're supposed to have your mask on. I mean, I know I'm not saying this right now. I'm really tired and everything, but I think you get my point.
Yeah.
That, you know, they seem to put their mask on after they talk. I don't know if you saw the House hearing today, and it's every House hearing. When the experts speak, Fauci was speaking, and Redford. Oh, Redford was just a fucking disaster today. Excuse me.
Yeah, well.
He was just a disaster today. The way he held his mask in his face, it was like, really? I mean, like, you would think you got these people out of, like, I don't know, like, where did they come from?
Where did they go?
They're not experts.
Cotton Eye Joe?
That's for sure.
Well, so you're saying, what's the point of it if they're going to take it off to talk and then they're getting it out there? Yeah, I know. And there's no real, you know, as far as the masks go, you know, WHO said this and then they said that, and they said this, then states are taking their own approaches. So really, people can call them out and, you know, they're all on Twitter and things like that. You can always say, hey, what was the deal with your speech today? Other than that, again, probably not a subject we would probably want to hit on too much today, especially with what's going on. But Maureen, how long have you watched the show? Have you found the show useful?
Yeah. About a year and a half.
Well, thank you for being here, and thank you for watching every show. Is there one more thing you want to say before you go?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
Probably not. No.
Okay. All right.
I guess not.
All right. Well, thank you, Maureen. I appreciate having you on the show.
Good luck to you guys.
All right. You have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Everybody's energetic today. All right. And then I can't, I can only do that if you want to cut that out. And then let's see here. All right, Dex, if you want to take Kai, I'm going to set up my other stuff here.
Okay, Adam. Hey, Kai, you are alive on Marfoogle News.
Hi there. Hi, everyone. Hi, Foogle fam.
Hey, Kai, it's good to hear from you again.
Yeah, it's good to hear from you. I just wanted to kind of add to what the subject was. I could have been watching from a different device this whole time, but I wasn't able to. I mean, I wasn't even thinking about it.
Yeah,
Sorry about that, everyone.
Yeah, it says here you wanted to talk about underwater tunnels between the U.S. and Asia.
Yeah, that was just one random article that that was one like that showed up when I typed it up in Google, but in particular.
What are your thoughts on that? Is it a tunnel that's running from? Where's it running from?
That's the part that's like always intriguing to me, because I would think that it would be running from here to there, like automatically. That's just what I would think. And in the event that I'd be wrong, like it would just make me still think a little like very suspicious about it. Like, okay, you're not here for me, are you? Oh, my bad. I was talking to my roommate, y'all. But one thing that I saw was the underwater highway system of Japan, and that randomly showed up when I was, and I'm just like, wait. There was someone that used to call in, and I started following her channel a lot, and I think she changed the name of her channel to Jennifer LaFontaine. I might be wrong, but originally it was Jennifer Veterans for Truth, and she would always just go in on the Antarctica stuff and everything. So I'm like, in my head, my thoughts are like, well, what's to stop an intercontinental highway that's underwater? And we sit up here watching movies about like Lemuria that's gone and Atlantis that's gone. Like to me that starts to sound like a joke. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, there's plenty of rabbit hole for Atlantis. How much of a rabbit hole is there on the underground continental connecting tunnels that are underwater. Have you seen how far down that rabbit hole have you gone?
Definitely not gone far enough on as far as researching it on the internet. For one, I don't completely trust the internet, of course. But when I saw those videos on YouTube, going back to what we can take so-called practically from it, I would say like when you like I was if you have that link, if you have it pulled up, I don't know if you have it pulled up because I'm only using the video game phone right now. And if you pull that up, the underwater tunnels of, what did I type in? Snap. It's on here somewhere. It should say, wait, Adam. Okay, wait.
I'll definitely have the links you provided. They'll be on the website for people to go look at after the show. But let's just talk about what is on there right now. And so, like, I understand there's a tunnel. There's obviously a public tunnel that runs between the UK and France, right? I mean, that's a famous tunnel. You take a train underneath the water,
exactly.
Right? Now that doesn't necessarily connect continents, but it does connect, the major country that's an island, the United Kingdom and England, and it connects. It's a short tunnel, but it's through the strait there,
true,
right? And I guess there are other shorter spans like the Bering Strait. I don't know why you would want to tunnel up there. It's awfully cold, but I'm not one to judge. I live in Georgia. It's really warm where I am. But you could actually connect underwater, it seems like, with a very short distance between the U.S. or the North American continent and
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So
and I guess that's why the videos they kind of surprised me. Maybe it's because I never actually saw a video, but I did know about the one in the UK and Europe and all that.
Well, and then we also have reports or theories and ideas around even underground tunnels of waters that go from the Pacific Ocean into the States, right? Like up into California or even into I don't know if it's New Mexico. Some people have claimed. I don't know. I don't have any evidence of that, but those are some theories that are out there, or rabbit holes that you can go down. And I think there's obviously some of the Navy in, is it Norway or I can't remember if it's Norway or not, where they actually brought in their Navy into tunnels, but they were in the caves, right?
Oh, exactly. You know what? I was watching a lot of videos on that, and that's why I was like, my main concern is like all these so-called tectonic, like the seismic activity that's been going on. Like, I just feel like maybe there's people holding it back from like what type of technology helps to fight like things like earthquakes. I'm not sure what it. I was trying to watch the rest of the video before calling in.
I have a quick question.
But what?
So the three links that we got here, I'm guessing these are three of your different channels. One is ZYXERA Fitham. One
music.
is Q Carest. Is that Carest?
That's like, yeah, Crest. Yes, Crest. Like, because everyone needs to rest. Everyone needs their rest,
And Zyador?
Everyone needs to be able to chill out.
Am I getting this one? Zyador?
That is the video game one, Adam.
So you need to get on D-Live for
one. That's the one I feel like has the most. Oh, I'm sorry?
You should get on D-Live and do your video games. But anyways, so I just thought you randomly just like QWERTY key just named them. I don't think I would be able to. I don't think I would be able to run into somebody on the street and go, "Oh, you haven't seen Zyre Exerethum?"
You can say
it's ZYXERTITHM.
That's exactly why I leaded this off. That's exactly why I leaded this off. I will have links on our website to the
we'll just send you the link.
Yay! Thank you for showing them though, Dex. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Dex. I appreciate it. Thank you, fam. I appreciate that because Xyzador, I feel like, is what sparked it all off. Because a lot of the times people forget that video games are a very large medium. Like, they basically tell the truth, but in so-called, I'm not going to say that word form, like alternate reality form, I'll say that. And like, especially the one that is kicked off on there, I won't say the name just right now, but like, because it's supposed to be an alternate reality, but there's one particular scene, for instance, in one of the first videos where one of the characters is like a massacre masquerading as an exile. How in the heck does the government get away with crap like that? I'm like, this is in a video game, okay? Like,
no, you know,
the type
by
of
the
stuff
way,
that reignited my.
What's the game? Metal Gear Solid. In the end of that whole game, has a lot of weird stuff. The nuke at the end, or there's alternate endings. I don't know.
Oh, right.
But actually, what he's saying is, in video games, new video games, if you haven't seen them in a while, they're very realistic. They're just like a Hollywood movie in some aspects, as far as the graphics, and a lot of them actually have a lot of like weird, kind of, you know, premonitional kind of stuff in
alternate
them, and symbols,
history and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Well,
lots of symbolism, and that's why. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was just going to say we're going to wrap it up here, but if you want to say anything else,
absolutely,
go ahead, and the mic is yours for a minute.
That was pretty much. I got better at shortening it down. I did want to say that. I did want to mention that because that was something that was riding me for the longest. Is to talk to you about the underwater tunnels and Antarctica. Like nowadays, especially like so-called being born and raised. That's what my birth certificate says in the States, and having to deal with people that are like, you know, you're just not from here, you know? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I so am. Like, can you get out my face? Like, nowadays, I just tell people I was born and raised into Antarctica. Like, don't tell anyone.
Well, I can tell you this.
Maybe that'll make you feel better.
I can tell you this. As far as the underwater tunnels, obviously, he mentioned a couple.
Yeah.
Norway or
activity.
A couple of those countries have done it. But the underground tunnel system in the United States is not public. It is mostly classified, but it exists, and I don't think you can even get in trouble for saying that. But they have it very set up, so it's all military, and it's a very crazy system. And I think one day we will find out. Who knows? Maybe we won't find out under good circumstances.
That's the only thing I'd be worried about, Adam. That's the only thing. That's why I'm like, okay, when it's okay to like, what is this? Like, that's where my head is at. My head goes straight. I used to do security in right where Dex is at, and I made a beeline over there. I lost my job, and I was right next to you, Adam. I was like right over there. I was like, hey, I was your neighbor in Oregon. But I lost my job, and I felt some type of way to a certain extent, and at the same time, I did not, because getting that job also, like, it means I made more money, and what do they say about more money? And I'm just like, okay, well, this so-called pen whatever is happening, I'm out. But I'll be back because my focus was still XYZador, was still to play video games for nonprofit reasons, to give back to the community, blah, blah, blah. I can go down the list. And, like, I was very, very, very much afraid of the big one, but it didn't happen. And when I found out, like, for me, I'm just looking at it from a natural perspective. And the more and more I watch these videos online, I'm just like, wait, of course there'd be some. If they can control like the weather, then why would they not be able to control earthquakes? Like, well,
Kai.
So that kind of made me like.
Again, Kai, they can, as far as there's treaties that actually talk about it. But I'm gonna have to let you go,
exactly.
Kai.
Absolutely, bro.
We're gonna show your all three of your channels on our caller section on our website.
Snap. There's one more missing though. There's one more, and I apologize that it's missing now. Maybe next time I'll have it more up to date. It's hard for me to upload it right from my brother's laptop, so I apologize for that, everyone.
That's all right. You'll have time. And then again, anyone's welcome to go.
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, no problem. You're a very positive.
And tell my niece I said hi.
Person. Well, okay. Is there a first name? Do you want to shout her out?
No, my Ruby. Hello.
Okay. I missed that part. Well, thank you.
Give her a big kiss and give. All right.
You have a good night. Bye bye.
All right. You as well. Bye everyone. Bye fam.
All right. I love his attitude, though. I love it. You know, there's some people that just are happy just in general. It's just nice to have people like that around. people that are just everything's amazing and everything is cool. That's actually a great person to have in your circle of friends. It's much better than having that than the Debbie Downer type of person that complains. A lot of people don't even know that they complain a lot. I think it was Jack the Ripper on Twitter said, "Quit crying like a little girl with cramps." Okay, you're probably right. You're probably right, Jack the Ripper. But yeah, it is a lot of work down the drain if nothing happens to this. So if you guys can take it upon yourself, don't just say negative, you suck or anything like that. Say something positive about how what it's done for you, if it's done something for you, or all of the good things you've heard it does for other people. That is the backbone. That was our whole point, was to get people in the state groups. I've said that for 3 years. We've grown it to 15,000, and now they're taking out individual people's accounts just because they were. I don't know if it's because they were in it, or maybe there's some. I don't know what it is. What was shared that got that to happen? Like, that's what I really want to know. Like, what triggered that? Like, what was shared in there that boom, all of a sudden, all of this happened, or was it a bunch of the same thing being shared? Email me if you were in there right before this happened. Tell me if you saw something. Again, just DM me. Tell me, or Adam at Marfoogle News or Dex at marfooglenews.com, and let us know. Was there something extreme that warranted this? Because we have good mods. Of course, we could use more. But again, it's a lot of people in a lot of rooms. So I guess. So the people that have already gone in, I'm just seeing a bunch of people tag at Discord and say all the good, positive things. And you guys are wording it really respectfully too, saying, there must be a mistake. This is a positive thing. They back up what we say. Again, we back up what we say. I don't know if there's some bigger people looking at us right now, but if you are, we're doing something positive for the community. We try to not be left or right. We try to stay right there in the middle. We're not praising anybody or putting anyone down. That's the thing. We don't put people down, period. I've never done a hate video about another creator. I've never done anything like that. The closest I've come was defending myself against somebody who just kept making videos about me. And even that guy, it wasn't even that serious. So all of you guys that came out today, you guys are absolutely amazing, and we've got to figure out a bunch of stuff. We really do. So much to our dismay, this happened, but we're going to try to do whatever we can to figure out at least have them contact 15,000 people on their platform. That's bigger than a lot of different groups. You would think that they would be able to call us or have somebody talk to us. I guess it's free, right? It doesn't make them any money, right? I mean, Dex, how do they even make their money in the first place? Do they have ads? I mean, there's not really ads, right?
Where you buy a Nitro account on their service, which gives you more features in Discord as an individual user. And then they have some other things where you can boost a server, where you give it not money to the server, but you're giving it Nitro Boost or something, which then gives the servers more functionality based on people spending a few dollars.
Maybe it's because we've never done any of the paid services that they're like, we don't need these.
No, there's nothing for us to have actually done paid wise. It's the individuals that buy Nitro. That's how it works. That's how they make their money.
Yeah. So they're like, we're not making them money. So yeah, I don't know if somebody is it a political view thing? Because pretty freaking neutral compared to anybody. I mean, try to be as neutral. People even call us that we're sitting on a fence or something, but, isn't that what you're supposed to be if you're trying to pass along information? We grab information from the left, from the right. We have an equal amount of CNN and Fox in the same show, which people would kind of put as the left and the right. So I don't understand it. We're not like others. We're not making bold claims. We're not saying on this day everybody dies or anything. Like, that's just nuts. Okay? So, thank you guys. Dex, thank you for being along on this ride with me. Again, I just said
absolutely, brother. I got your 6.
I got your 6. I got Police's 6. I got everybody's 6, and I don't care if I say it. So, I hope that a lot of this just goes down, and I hope a lot of this comes to an end as far as the negativity and just all the stuff that's going on. Gail B, I listen as a podcast from Australia. You guys are amazing. Much love and many blessings, Adam and Dex. Gail B, if you really do like this show, make sure to hop on there. Even if you don't use it, it will help a lot of other people. It could be your good deed for the day. Tim Hahn, Adam, have you ever watched Maverick Reloaded? Would be an awesome guest. He monitors the pole shift. I have seen his videos many times. In fact, a lot of people have called in just to share his videos. He's seems to be a really great guy. Adam, they take down the truth. Take pride in knowing that you've created something amazing. You did it once, you'll do it again. Sisu Strong. Nutseg909, love your name. It brings reputability to our channel. No, I'm just kidding. But you are totally right. But again, I hope we can do it again. Just tagged you on a video. That's what protesters are doing now. Watch first before showing it. You won't believe it. And then Uper Viking, I appreciate that. I really do. We can do it again. Callie Hill, you didn't write anything. You always can. Thank you so much for your support. New comma from Europe. Looks like, I believe that's pounds. New comma, I appreciate you as well. Sometimes it balances out. Sometimes it doesn't. And weirdly enough, looks like I may have closed that. Hold on. Okay, let's pop this open. All right, let's see here. 2,500 still watching on DLive. Thank you guys for supporting today. Marfia Strong, Shield and Sword, Red 1967. Thank you for being here, Mandy. Much love. Plumber Bill, Phil Billy, Thomas the Fam. Thank you for the 5 lemons. Appreciate your support. Air strikes in Raya. So it looks like we might have breaking news. That is not a good thing ever, and that might explain some things too. Let's see what's going on if that is true. Okay, so Dex, you may want to look into that as well.
Yeah, I'm seeing some headlines right now from the Australia. If you want to, I'm trying to use a word for that one. Sorry. That country is doing strikes from the air reportedly in on sites, Ryanian sites in Ria Sea. Whew. Play with the words. You know what I mean. You can redo it if you want, but it is in the news. It's breaking 1 hour ago, 58 minutes ago.
Something big is going on, you guys. We might be back if something else goes down. Remember, you guys, there's a lot of different ways you can support the show. Obviously, we're going through a little bit of a hard patch now, but that doesn't mean it won't turn around. You can always get the e-deck bags and actually basically go off grid no matter where you are. That's marfooglenews.com/edeck, or you can go to our website either way. And then you also have, we have our EMP shields, we have Nord, all of the different sponsors that are on. Again, if you want to check them out, please do. It helps out the channel. A commission of that goes to us and helping us do things. It looks like we might try to have to look into something that is a paid option for something like that. I don't know. We will try to make it free to you guys. Hopefully and then Amazon. That's another thing. If you guys wanted to help, we don't really push Amazon at all, but that's one thing that it's like you can get the stuff that you're already getting. It doesn't affect you at all. You're already doing it, and it helps the channel if you do it with our link. That's on our website. That's another great way. It's like if you're ordering,
and it's easy to remember.
Time, yeah, exactly. It's
marfooglenews.com/Amazon. We made it simple.
Yeah, so marfooglenews.com/Amazon. And if you end up doing that, then you support the show. You're getting the items you're already getting. It doesn't cost you anything extra. In fact, Amazon's the same across the board. and then we actually get the commission for it instead of whatever website you're clicking through. Usually you are giving a commission to somebody if you're clicking through those different things instead of, supporting something you like. And that goes with other creators too. Like if High Impact or any channel that you're watching, if you liked their show that day and you're going to get something from Amazon, support that show or support somebody else. It makes a difference. It really does. I never mention Amazon, and we could, but again, it would be smart to do it. We appreciate everybody and everybody that super chatted. Obviously, people see a super chat like today, and over the month, everything that we're doing here, again, it's not a one-man show anymore. So we're trying to expand. We're trying to make this bigger and bigger. And you guys know how much work we put into this. So thank you. Thank you for all of you guys that have stuck up with us. If we disappear, I don't know what I would do. So I hope everything works out for the best. I'm going to be praying. So love you guys. Now it is officially time for a shoutro. It's not an outro. It's not a shout-out. It's a shoutro. Flawless by Christ. Thank you for being here. Red.view. Puss in Boots. Wide and awake and angry we are. It will be a longer show tomorrow. Appreciate all of you guys.
Chop it up.
Let's get funky.
Chop it up. Chop it up. Chop it up. Chop it up.
I was walking down the street with the nutsack, 99 Kelly Hill, and the Susan Donahue, everybody knows it's real. Kelly Hallicker and the Digny Ortiz, thank you for your last minute super chats. Hey kitty ho, thanks for going and subscribing, and if you be knowing, and the Tim Hahn gotta be a newcomer or an old comer, doesn't really matter cause my mama always said be nice and say people's names. Gail B and everybody else praise. We don't do either one. Coming back now. Oh, I love you and now we be
chop it up. 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 Chop it up.
We've got to bring back all the love there used to be. They take a Discord, but they hate we'll see. They've probably got the New York Times after me. Who knows but they can go and shove it up their booty.
Chop it up. Chop it up.
You can say it's a mistake, you can say it's for real, but it doesn't matter cause we've got Susan Donahue and Kelly Hill. Gotta bring it back on down, Tim Hahn style. Got the Gail B. Granny seeing now, survival living.
Chop it up. Chop it up. Chop it up.
Girl, glamour girl, got the whole world in our hands and in our mans and going down K-Taj route. Gonna bring that diva to life. I love Beagles alive and the Sammy Lee Checkawa gonna go. Scrap out nigga, less I know. Lee Spicy and the barefoot lass. One more mom and a real bass. Hey, gotta go back down. Gotta go back and see. Day, Win, Chan, Hampton, 80s. Say,
Chop, 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 chop it up.
we're gonna make it on the spot, I think. We're gonna make it right here, right now. No. Let's see if we get that volume right. Then loop it. Now, that last part, I'm screwing it up. Gotta do it again. No, that's not it either. No, that's not it either. No, that's not it either. It was a wonder of mass proportions. Turn that down. Maybe I want some guitar and Sammy Lee, Renegade PD, Thomas the Fam, and Jilly J, and Channel Jammer are all the winners of the luckiest followers over on D-Live. Remember, you can actually make money over there. Sammy Lee just made 200 lemons just for chatting. Everybody wants a Uber Viking as his friends, and Chris from South Jersey had a follow in his hands. And the Jan B. Cox and Thomas the Fan wrote it back in the nameless block and kept his head and said, oh, hello, it's Tom. And the melodies keep going on. And it's never piffy when you got Chris Piffy. I'm more just bit iffy, and Discord is Nixie. Oh, I got a pixie, prima differ DC. Got the tongue a punch for boxing, I will just follow. I will just follow. I will just follow. All right, Bob, and the talents and the talent that they have in the Chicago artists. Kobe Jack, hardwired bar, and the char money. He likes it char funny. Oh yes, a char money. Hey, cut them on. Hey, one mommy one. Hey, love beagles there. Hey, a lady green eyes. I'm gonna go and fly away from them now. Or maybe I'll survive. Like 6 foot 8 survivalist. I'm gonna go and hide this in the tartan granny, going back in the fanny. They're gonna put it to ya, they're gonna give it to ya. They'll knock down your door, and they will give you more of that BBC that you don't want, no. None of it ain't now gonna bring it, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. We are the mafia. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. We are the mafia. We are the mafia. By the way, Failed Sec is our top supporter tonight. I absolutely appreciate it, and you are new to the top list, so thank you. Did I just say topless? Yes, I did. Flawless, thank you for being number 2. All new names on the list today, so thank you. Fairy Spirit, thank you for being number 3. D Live's mom, sorry that I took your sunspot, but I appreciate you more than ever. Thomas the Fam, thanks for being Thomas the Fam. Reading the Gospel, I appreciate you. Well, reading the Gospel. Sammy Lee, thank you for always being on that list. Kelly2334, you are here more than I think anyone. So I appreciate that more than anything. High Impact Flicks, you're probably not here anymore, but I appreciate you. And I hope your show goes well today. DD9083, thank you. And remember, you don't have to have a Twitter account to start one and to go complain. Thanks. Yuck, yuckers. Yuck, yuckers.
Be a bad mascot, take the mask off. Be a mask, take the mask off. Be a mascot, take the mask off. Be a bad.
Got the cold Big Jack and the I love Beagles. Gonna hit it back like rolling Beagles. Gonna go read up your Rontia. Gonna bring it back now. I'm just scanning. You're gonna do it. I am too. Gonna bring it to you now. La 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 la. Oh. Gotta go back with the one moment we ain't gonna bring we have only with the most off. I love these on van 7-7 and the digital with my jam and the two-stroke man. Gotta hit it back to him and the bell of a will go right in. Gotta stick it funky, gotta judge your way. Got the jam, got the Toby K. Gonna bring it like plumber bill. Gonna do it now, you know none of the deal. Gonna be the piece of water that you love. Gonna be around like D-Vod above. Gonna go down like Texas Rob. Gonna be James 42, now you know. It's 5'11", Mandioso. Rose to the moon and I rose to the occasion. Going back around like Thomas Rob's Asian. Doesn't really matter to me, cause color don't. Check a wall, look at Cutthroat. Mom, that is Plumber Bill, now you know. Not important, like Isaac says, quit. Boxing God in your heart up, please. Going right back and you know this me. There it is. There's your cowbell. I hope you guys have a good night, and please stand up for the Foogle fam. I appreciate all of you. Zazo, it looks like. Thank you for the ice cream. Sammy Lee, King Aladdin, and for everyone over on the YouTubes. Viticus Rising, I appreciate your support. Peace, love, and rock and roll. Sweet Tay. Wow, absolutely amazing. Says, chin up, you got a big family, and we love you. Sweet Tay, thank you so much. That was more than enough. I appreciate your huge support, especially now. Kitty Halliker, thank you for following. And as always, if you subscribe, you will get a shout out.
Be a bad mascot, take the mask off. Be a bad mascot, take the mask off. Be a bad mascot, take the mask off. Be a bad boy and take the mask off.
But no, we're gonna bring it down and back down, and if you know it, now we do it, now we know it. I'm about to go and bang it. Yeah,
Tell you what is up,
and we so down,
Marfoogle News is here to tell you what is up,
and we so down. Every time that we funkified, I'm going back around, nobody no lying. Miss Cortona and that hot wild Bob, you're gonna do it right like you never did now. I used to care, used to wear everything that always is on my shoulders, like the Paw Patrol. Going back around and I never ever know. Wake up now and stop pushing snooze. Go back around and get with the crew. Kobe Jack, Dilly J, and the Dill. Going back round like you got the pill. That red pill, that is J format. Gonna go back and go back at it. Short about Kate, gonna go late. Gonna go be and show up to weigh all of the options. Going back round now, Johnny Cochran is gonna show up, say, hey, hey, hey. Gotta fight for the Discord way. And then a bum dum bum ba ba dum ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum. You gotta get the exercise, that chalky gal. Going back around now, you got a pal. It's the WS1, we're gonna have fun. And yeah, 6 or 18 is gonna arrive just on time. And bring a gentle mouse down. And barefoot last, going to class. And mutant fat cat. I'm late, LOLs, and you're gonna bring it swell. JC Smooth fell down the well, but ain't no last seat to hell. Ain't no last seat to hell. Dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ba. You got the nameless blind, and then everybody knows it. Oh, I just wanna ride with the faithful forever, and now I got buffer. Gonna happen round, and you know their mother. Effort's gonna be bringing the buffer breather. Call me back around, now I see ya, and I'm gonna do it now. Gonna bring it right on down. Gonna go back this clown. Ain't no stopping me now. Until the end, and now I go on top. I'm about to bring it back around, and the cushion don't gotta stop like that. Only news I use, Marfoogle News, Marfoogle News. Outside my window, seeing a crescendo. I'm not going out there where apocalypse roams. Looking outside of my window, seeing a crescendo. I'm not going out there where apocalypse window, seeing a crescendo. I'm not going out there where apocalypse wrong. Foogle News, where are you? Only news I use. Marfoogle News. Got to go with the color cue and gotta bring back of you. Up there for last and the gentle Mars and doing everything you got. And Kuma Zuma gonna go and follow anyone he knows, but he doesn't know me, no. So why did he do so? That's cause he's a sort of music. Now he knows he knew it. Got to bring it back and choose it all the way, and now you choose it. Marfoogle News, where are you? Only news I use. Marfoogle News. Make sure to follow me everywhere on Twitter and the swear, and go to Instagram, and damn, you better be a part of plans. And now Marfoogle News, where are you? Only news I use. Marfoogle News. Looking outside of my window, seeing a crescendo. I'm not going out there where apocalypse wrong. The revolution won't be televised, and remember that. And it's like I said it, and then boom, Discord gone. Miss Donna gotta go back, you know. The Miss Mao and the rest of Plow go right through it, and Chamonix says I just want harmony. Dum bum 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 bum. I'm not going out there where apocalypse roams. Yeah, outside of my window, seeing a crescendo. I'm not going out there where apocalypse roams. This might be a setback, going back it's a battle, yeah. Not the war, but we're here for you. Stay on Foogle strong. You've got the setback, you've got it going back all the way, and people there. Sorry, I wasn't late. Going back. Wait. Whoa. Aussie Greg was late? Looks like we're gonna have to start the whole show over. Turn off the echo. No echo. Yeah, Aussie Greg was late. Yeah, no, thanks for cutting the echo. Apparently, Aussie Greg... just plain old forgot to get here, because didn't go to the website and get notifications at marfooglenews.com and click the little bell that says I would like push notifications for every time you go live. Aussie Greg just happened to miss all those notifications that you can sign up for free. Sorry, I put the sound effect on free, so it was emphasized. Now we're going to have to start the entire show all over again. I don't even know what song it was. What was it? Shoot. Now I got to find it. Now I've got to, do stuff? Wow. Considerate. That's the word of the day. This is Sesame Street. And now I don't even know if I'll ever find it again. Is this it? No? Well, thanks, Aussie Greg. I think it was 19, maybe? Who knows? Is it this one? Chop it up. Yep, that was it. You're lucky, Aussie Greg. Chop it up. Chop it up. Chop. Welcome to Marfoogle News, the only live call-in show somewhere. Today brought to you by Aussie Greg's lateness. Chop it up. We've got to to start the show. I said, Greg, I did not know we go on sometimes very early. Early. You're girly. It's so girly. And the whirly is gonna stop now, 'cause you bring it back. Stop now, did you bring it back? Stop now, did you bring it back? Stop now, did you bring it back? Hey there, you've gotta do that thing. You've gotta be late to your own game.